Alright guys, welcome back to some Mount Blade Warband. The long-awaited return of me to play this game. I've gotten a lot of requests to come back to Warband and play it. A lot of people are still playing it. A lot of people are still interested in this game. That was released on at least Steam in 2010. So it's a good bit of years old. 13 years old. Good gosh, 14 years old, pretty much in its production, and still just as popular as if it was just released. There's just something about it, guys. I don't know. For me, it's nostalgia at this point. It brings me back to when I first experienced it. So, with all that being said, I'm not sure exactly what to do at this point with the videos, because I have near 100 videos of Mount Blade Warband and a good slew of a full playthrough of Bannerlord as well. So I think we're just going to treat this as a normal playthrough with quite a bit of experience under my belt, and I'll help you guys along as much as I can. And I figured we'd just start from the beginning, so I can show you my initial decisions on how I set my character up. Also, I think we're going to go with a female this time, to make it kind of a little harder on ourselves. So, with that being said, welcome back to Mount Blade Warband. Welcome myself back. I'm feeling very good about this. Alright, so let's get started here. Welcome, adventurer, to Mount Blade Warband. Before beginning the game, you must create your character. Remember that in the traditional medieval society depicted in the game, war and politics are usually dominated by male members of the nobility. That does not, however, mean that you should not choose to play as a female character, or one who is not of a noble birth. Male nobles may have a somewhat easier start, so easy button, guys, but women and commoners can attain of the same goals, and in fact may have a much more interesting, if more challenging, early game. And that is true too. It will be a little more challenging. Have to kind of build up my reputation pretty good as a female, because females kind of frowned upon to be in wars and of places of power in this realm. So my first choice right out the gate, and I would recommend to you too, if you want the easy button as far as like dealing with other lords and kings and persuasion to gaining their respect, you want to pick Improvised Noble. You can pick any which one of these you want. Each one's going to affect your skill sets, I guess, right after all of these questions are answered. You're going to have a little skill tree, so to speak, skill pool, what have you, for your customer character's creation. And it's going to have different points and different aspects, and we'll get all of that in just a minute. I'm going to go with Improvised Noble. You can enter the world of a daughter of declining nobility, owning only a house in which they lived. However, despite your family's hardships, they afforded you a good education and trained you from childhood to the rigors of aristocracy and life at court. You started to learn about the world almost as soon as you walked and talked. You spent early life and here's our next choice. So I can pick a page at the nobleman's court, but we already have a birthing of somewhat nobility already out the gate, so we're doing pretty good with that. Nobility is going to gain you more leadership and persuasion, really, than anything else, guys. So that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to start out with, because after all, we are trying to conquer the map as the rightful ruler of Calradia, and having more leadership definitely helps in that regard. But yeah, I think, let's see, a craftsman's apprentice. So this is going to be like smithing and strength and all of that good stuff. Shop assistance is going to be something to do with mercantile field of the aspect of the game. street urchin. I don't know, maybe like cunning, persuasion, so to speak. A steep child, which I believe is riding abilities and stuff like that. I'm just gonna go with nobleman's court. As a girl growing out of your childhood, you were sent to live in the court of one of the nobles of the land. There, your first lessons were in humility. You waited upon the lords and ladies of the household. But from their chess games, their gossip, and even the poetry of great deeds and country love, or courtly love, you quickly began to learn about the adult world of conflict and competition. You also learned from the rough games of other children who battered at each other with sticks in imitation of their elders' swords. Then, as a young adult, life changed, as it always does. You became, and here's our next choice, guys. So, a lady in waiting, a troubadour, a university student, a goods peddler, smith, and a game poacher. So some of these are self-explanatory to what aspects of skills it's going to reflect on. I'm going to choose for this one, I do believe, guys, is goods peddler, because I think that's going to help in buying and selling and trading and all of that good stuff. So, though the distinction felt sudden to you, somewhat along the way you have become a woman, and the whole world seemed change around you. Heeding the call of the open road, you traveled from village to village, buying and selling what you could. It was not a rich existence, but you became a master at haggling. Even most miserably elders into even the most miserably elders into giving you a good price. Soon you knew you would be well placed to start your own trading empire. But soon, oh my God, guys. But soon everything changed and you decided to strike out your own on an adventure. What made you make this decision? So, what is our motivation, I guess, so to speak, in the game? What are we wanting to do in this? And mine's going to be for money and lust and power, because that's what we want. We want money so that we can gain power, or at least fund it, because Mount Blade Warband is a war beast, guys. Like, it's a lot of fighting. So none of that hurts by any means. Only you know exactly what caused you to give up in your old life and become an adventurer. To everyone else, it's clear you're now motivated solely by personal gain. You want to be rich, powerful, respected, feared. You want to be one of whom others hurry to obey. You want people to know your name and tremble whenever it is spoken. You want everything, and you won't let anyone stop you from having it. Alright, well, I didn't want to go that extreme with, like, being like a dictator or something. I mean, we do want the position of power, but we're not going to be like a douchey ruler or anything. It's kind of what it's making it sound like. But anyways, regardless, let's keep continuing. Become an adventurer and ride to your destiny. So, having a noble background, I get to choose a banner right out the gate. If you didn't choose nobility, you decide to choose other things, that's perfectly fine. You'll gain a banner at some point in the game, and you'll get a bunch of different choices. Since we're a female this time, and I usually go with like lions or bears or what have you, I think we'll go with the unicorn. I see a unicorn right there. So for content creating purposes, I'm going to allow myself to quit without saving. Doesn't mean I'm going to exactly cheat or every time I die reload the file. It's just going to give me the ability to be able to backtrack, so when I'm editing videos and such, just so you guys understand all of that. Okay, so now we can enter our name, and suppose I'll just go with the short version of one of my favorite characters in a particular book series, and that's going to be Tennel. I'm sorry, can we... Okay, can I enter that now? Alright, so Tennel... And there we have it. We have our name. And so this is going to be our base stats starting out. And as you guys can see with the nobility selections, I already have a leadership of 2, and leadership helps you, it allows you to have more members in your, under your command, in your, I guess, you know, brigade, what have you, your army. So I already start out with 2, so that's good. I'm not going to go down the list of what everything, because it gives you a description of what everything is, but I'm going to show you guys where I'm going to place my points, and I think we just want, like, that's fine, strength and agility. You know, I might put 1 in strength, and then I'm just going to raise those up as high as I possibly can, which gained us 10 skill points to dump into all of this, and we definitely want Iron Flesh for 1. That's going to make us a little tougher and not go down so easily. Power Strike's already at 1, which is great. Power Draw and Throw we can do without for the time being. Weapon Master, we don't have one, so we want to put 1 in there, and we want 1 in Shield because we want to be able to wield a shield and be good at that. We also want to be a little faster on the ground when we're not riding on our horse. And look, just because I made certain selection, I think it was the third question, I got riding 4 already, guys, which means I can break out a war horse or purchase a war horse and ride it already. I'm already trained for that, which is a huge thing. It really is. All right, we want trainer because once we gain some men, we start recruiting. We want them to gain experience a little faster. Tracking, not so much is a necessity right now. Tactics kind of is, though. Tactics is going to help your men kind of coordinate a little better in battle and everything, and all of that good stuff. Pathfinding speeds you up on the map, basically. So we're going to put another additional point in that. Spotting helps with seeing enemies, or anybody on the map for that matter, from a further distance. So that's kind of an important thing, but I'm going to skip it for now and leave it at 0. We'll put some points into that the next time we have some skill points maybe, or so on and so forth. Alright, so wound treatment, good. We've got 1 in there. Surgery, we want 1 because that's going to help our men heal faster. First aid, good. There's 1 in there. We don't need 1 in engineering right now because engineering has nothing to do with except for sieging, guys. So when you start sieging castles, when you're big enough to siege castles, you want engineering up a little bit. I mean, you can start working on it now, but I wouldn't bother putting any points into it at this time being because you're not going to be sieging anything for a little while. You're just starting out in the game. We've got persuasion at 1, which is good. That's at least something. Prison management, we want to put that at 1 so that we can gain prisoners, and at 1 we can collect, I think, up to 5 prisoners, I believe it is, at a time, and we can therefore ransom those to a ransom broker and gain money from them, so might as well, right? Alright, leadership's already at 2, trade's already at 1, which is good, and we have 1 point left here, and I do believe we're going to put it into, yes, spotting, so we can see things from a further distance. That's going to help us to, like, track down bandits and sea raiders and such, and warn us a little ahead of time when we start facing other factions and their battalions. We're going to see them from a little further off. Alright, I want to put a lot of points into it. I want to get 2-handed up, so I'm going to dump all the points into that because that's at 65. That's at 45. Everything seems to have a good base start, but I want to get 2-handed up because I want my bastard sword. It's what I want. Alright, so it looks good. We've got everything. We got name. All stats are in. Let's go. Okay, we can work on face, which I'm not going to invest a lot of time into. Let's see. Yeah, I do want dark hair. What kind of hair style do I want? I don't want to really, like I said, kind of like the braided style. It is very medieval-y. What's this? It's just like loose, regular loose hair. Yeah, I suppose that's fine. Age, we're just going to go as young as we can. Not that it really matters. Hair color, though, I'll go as dark as I can, I guess, with the hair color. And let's see. what face? Basically, it's faces that we're looking at here. What face do I want? I think I want to go with that face. I think I'm good with that. I'm not going to mess with any of this and kind of really just tweak my own character. I'm satisfied with that. That starts us out. Now we have one last decision, guys, before we get to the actual gameplay and story of the game, or what have you, in-game gameplay. And that's what location on the map that we want to start out at. Basically, whichever one you pick here, basically depends on, in common sense wise, it should be, you need to think about what faction you might be thinking about joining or have an interest in joining, and pick somewhere in that vicinity. Say, like, you're interested in joining the Swadians for a little while and running with them and gaining some levels in respect and renown and some good rapport with the lords. You know, it's just healthy to join a faction and try not to just chase down bandits until you're high enough level to take a castle yourself and create your own faction, yada yada. So I usually like to go with Swadia because it's centered in the middle of the map, which makes it convenient to kind of branch off to all the other factions a lot shorter of a distance, so to speak. Like if you're Vigors or the Nords, you're way up north. If you're the Karagites or the Sultan Serenates, you're way over to the west. And if you're the Rhodoks, you're kind of way over to the southeast, so it makes it inconvenient to have to travel to all these other territories from being in such a sharp far distance. So this is just me, and you guys can pick whatever you want. It really doesn't make a difference. Really, they're all going to be at war with each other, and it's luck of the draw who basically takes over whoever's land. You know, it's like a roll of the dice, guys. You guys will influence it some by helping whatever faction you're doing, but really, honestly, it gets quite chaotic after a little while. I'm just going to go with Swadia. That's fine. It's given us a little description of Swadia, and that's fine as well. Alright. Then you are exhausted by the time you find an inn in Proven. Fall asleep quickly. However, you wake before dawn and eager to explore your surroundings. You venture out of streets which are still deserted. All of a sudden, you hear a sound that stands the hairs on the back of your neck. It's the rasp of a blade sliding out of its scabbard. And so we're getting attacked, is what that's meaning. So we went out on town to kind of have a nice little night on the town, and somebody wants to attack us, so we're just going to meet them 50% here. Well, I'm running fast. Nice. Athletics helped a little bit. It did. Oh, hello. You've got a shield as well. No, that's rude. Don't you take it. You almost got me that time. Oh, you did. You got me some there. Okay, the the pole arm's kind of awkward. All right, so the next thing that's going to happen is the merchant of Proven's going to approach us. When I first started playing this, I took a whack at him, and it was hilarious. All right, so he's got a proposition for us, and he wants us to meet him in the inn to discuss it further if we're interested. We really don't have any choice in the matter as far as like it teleports us right here to his room. So we're going to go ahead and speak to him anyways. You can decline these propositions or /quests if you like, guys. It's just kind of an introduction to the game and combat mechanics and everything in the beginning of the story, but really you're not missing anything by not doing this and just going straight for just getting out in the world there and starting to make your make your mark. But regardless, he's going to ask us to gather 5 men, and a group of bandits or robbers have kidnapped his brother. So he's going to want us to grab some men and return back here to speak to him when we have collected them, because he's going to send us on another quest to try to rescue his brother. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to exit out of there. We're going to be very careful traveling, because we are just one little man right now, and that could be really bad for us, even if we ran across a handful of robbers or bandits right now. Alright, so we've got 4 recruits out of that, so you just want to go to each town that are near you in whatever faction area you're in. Alright, so we, oh wow, I already started out with 2 horses. Wow, 2 horses, some wool, some pottery, some food, some linen. Oh my goodness. Just by choosing the selections that I chose in the initial beginning of the game. So the horse may probably help us speed up on the field because we already have ours, which has a speed of 45. This one is a bit slower with speed of, well, a lot slower actually, speed of 37, but it's going to help carry some of this, is what horses are good for. So we're not going to purchase any of there. Alright, so now there's 5 of us. Technically there is 5 of us. But I think we need 5 actual recruits, which is fine because I don't want to go on any quest yet with just 5 basically farmers at this point. Oh my goodness, that's 13 looters, and we don't want to have anything to do with them right now. So what's my speed? 6'3". There's no chance in heck that he can catch me. So we just got to kind of work our way around him. I'm going to head over to the next major city, which is Suno. What are you? You're 6 looters. That's not too bad. And I like to just check the taverns just to see who's in them. I'm going to be looking for my particular named characters or heroes out there. Like Marned is one of the named heroes. I like to call him the named because, I mean, you can hire this mercenary crossbowman, but he doesn't have a name. You can hire him, which is basically another mercenary, and he has a name. He actually has a backstory to his whole character and everything, too. All of them do. There's plenty of them out there to choose from. Who are you? You're a traveler. Okay. I don't want Marned, really, because he kind of clashes with some of the other heroes that I like to put in my party eventually, so I'm not going to bother collecting him. That's not going against him whatsoever. Like, he will work well with some of the others, but not the ones that I want to work well with. So I'm going to just zoom out a little bit so I can see. I don't know how far my spouting's going to be. We're going to head to a few of these little fiefs, is what they're called, basically little towns, and recruit some men. Did I just get 10 or no, 1, right? Did I just get 1? Okay, 1. So a little tip too, guys. The villages may be a lot cheaper to buy supplies from them, all depending, versus the actual, like that's just 29. We do need more food. So I'm just going to go ahead and take that. We've got 240 right now. Matter of fact, I can sell you these wool for not a bad price. Oh, yes, please. And then that too. We'll just go ahead and get rid of all that. You will receive 454. Nice. Oh, no. Then give me my stuff back then. If you can't afford it, just give it back to me. You must pay 29. Alright, for the cabbage, that's fine. We'll go to one of the capitals in a minute, like this one, the cities, what have you. Who's in there? Clargus is in there. Alright, we're just going to make a... We'll go to this little fief here. I don't want to stop at too many. I don't want to get too big for the moment. Oh, who are you, looters? We might just go chase after you here in just a second. Alright, and what do you have for supplies? You've got some pretty cheap grain. I'm just going to select 1. And that's fine. Still do okay on... So I just like to check this too. So we've got 147 left in money. We've got, what, 9 recruits and myself, which makes 10. That's a weekly cost of 9 dinars. So each week, guys, it's going to charge you 9 dinars at what we're at right now to out of your savings to pay for those soldiers, because they're soldiers and you're paying for their services. So there was looters here. It would be nice to actually gain some experience before we... Oh, there's a forest bandit lair. Well. Alright, so we caught up to them, and I am just going to annihilate them. Basically. It's only 3. And whether my men are just villagers or not, dude, they've got shields and everything. They don't look like farmers. Like they got shields and everything. Alright, so gonna try to get a few kills in myself, or a few hits at least. Yeah, so I can gain some experience myself. There we go. We got that guy. Well, we didn't get him, but we got polearm raised up. Alright. There should be, what, 2 left. 1 left. And done. Alright, so we got a little itty bitty battle, but this is the quickest way to level your men up, guys, is just get in there and battle. So, no casualties on our part. We can actually capture those 3. And they had some loot. So what do I have for it? Alright, so I've got a polearm. Butchering knife, no thank you. There's a falchion here, and I think what I'll do is I think I'll put that. Oh, right, I gotta place it in there first. Oh, okay, the strength rating's too high, just at the moment. Alright, so we're just gonna collect all this then. Even the rock, you can sell it for $1. Why not? And now that we've fought that one battle, we can go to our party. And a few of them are ready to level up. At least one of them is, which is fine. That's great. We at least have some. Alright, who is this? This is 11 of them, and they're forest bandits. And that could be potentially pretty bad for us. I don't think we're ready for 11 forest bandits at the moment. So I'm actually going to grab a few more men if I can. From Rivulet here. Okay, music's doing the weird not musicking thing. Okay, 19, man, that's wicked cheap. That really is. Okay, here, it's back. Alright, 19, wicked cheap. I want to see if their gear's better than mine, too. Like... this armor, 21, mine's 20. 24, well, I don't mind if I do. Alright, and I'm just going to switch those. That's going to make us a little better off. And we'll exit out of that. And now we will head back to... I'm going to stop at Suno just to see if there's a ransom broker for the 3 prisoners we have. If not, we'll head over to Provin and we'll finish the little bit of a story, the tutorial story with the merchant there, or at least the next phase of it anyways. Okay, just want to see if there's anybody in the tavern of interest. I know I was just here not too long ago. Oop, I forget it does that. Kinda has to load in for a second. Okay, no, okay, just same old 3. Gotcha. Alright, so we'll just leave them, and we're going to head our way over to Provin very carefully. I've got my thumb near the space bar so I can stop time if I need to, just in case a big group of bandits or what have you is approaching us, because it can happen a lot quicker than you think. So, okay, we're good though. So through time of traveling across the map, your men gain experience. Through camping, your men gain experience. But mostly through battle, they gain experience the quickest. So, alright, want to go to the tavern, and I want to see if there's a ransom. Yeah, there is. Hey. Alright, just gonna kind of blah blah through his spiel. He's gonna tell us all about it. And, alright, would you be able to... Okay. That's all I need to know, thank you. Okay, we have men for you, sir. We've got 3 of them, and I won't sell all 3 of them. Thank you very much, and I don't see where I'm going to receive. You'll be staying here for a few days. Let me know if you Need any services? Gotcha. Other than selling, ooh, a book merchant. Book merchants are cool because you can buy books and learn skills, guys. They're pretty neat. Alright, this is a what? Hired blade? Nope, mercenary horseman. There's the merchant of Proven. Let's speak to him again. Okay, we collected the 5 men. Very well. We'll go hunt the bandits for you and find your brother. So we're going to do that. And there's the band of robbers that right there that we need to speak to. So we can threaten these guys. I think we end up killing them anyways or fighting them. But basically we're asking where his brother is. They're not going to want to tell us. So we've got some metal for them. And I'm just going to let my men charge ahead. And I'll just kind of follow along with them until we get close enough. And then I'm just going to charge myself. And try to get some hits in. Try to gain some experience. This is a mountainous area. Really, it's so funny where it all depends on the map. That the battle engages, excuse me. And I am gonna take advantage of this opportunity of momentum. Are you just throwing stuff at me? Okay, I'm swinging now. That's odd. We want to get some momentum though with a pole arm for all of our men. Kill them all, that is. Okay, because a pole arm really doesn't do much good if you don't have momentum, really. Alright, we've already taken them all out though, so. There's only, what, like 3 or 4 anyways, so. Alright, yeah. So. Okay, gonna spare us if they tell us, and they're going to tell us the location of where his brother is. Great. Basically, that's what sums that up. I just didn't want to read it all out to you guys. Done so many times before in my other videos. Alright, capture, capture, capture. Yes. We're going to take those looters, and I will take your gear. Okay, and I think I did level up too, guys. So if I can get my strength up to 8, we can actually swing one of these swords as well. Let me check that out, which is character, and no, I have not. But this is how you can keep track of this is next level is at 600 and I'm at 244 at the moment. So we've got a little bit of grind to do. It isn't going to take long at all, of course. Alright, so somewhere around here, and I think I see it actually way, oh yep, there's the kidnapper's hideout right there. Also, oh, there was looters right there. I gotta remember to like pause when I see stuff, but I was gonna say also our party members probably can level up some, so we're gonna do that. We've got 3 more militia, nice. So that's your first level up, and then after the militia level up, guys, as far as SWAT is concerned, then you can branch out to like cavalry and infantry and all that. So, right, we got 3 more leveled up. They're not so much peasants anymore. Good. Weekly charge has been deducted. $23. Not bad. What do we got here? We got 9 looters. I think I'm gonna go for them. We should be able to handle them without taking too much damage. Alright, excellent. And yes, we're just gonna charge them. Switch to me pole arm. What are you doing? Come on, bud. And just gonna stay with my group for the moment. Enemies should be cresting the hill too here in a second. If you want to know where the enemy is, just watch your soldiers. They always know. So, all right, we're gonna try to get a few of these guys. Oh my, oh my, oh my! Go, 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 though. So that my men, it's not so taxing on my men. Wow, I just totally missed you, didn't I? Alright, I think I actually killed one that time, so that's good. Want to be careful not to get taken out ourselves. One good blow or two, and I can get some pretty good damage myself, even get knocked off my horse. Alright, my men are catching up to theirs. Looks like we're doing okay. I don't know if we've taken any losses yet. We're definitely outnumbering them now, so... try to... There we go. I didn't contribute, really, but... you know, what have you. Alright, I got a few hits in. And we took no casualties, which is fantastic. So... oh yes, gonna capture all of them. We wound... oh, I can only take up to 5, which is fine. We can take their gear, though. As much as I can take. And I do plan on doing that. And what's my... alright, so I'm maxed on gear now. We need to go sell to one of the cities. Leg is 14. I'm sorry. There's no rating on those, I guess. 11 looks like might be the best. Alright, we gained 44 experience and 78 dinars out of that whole business. Excellent. Okay, let's go to the kidnapper's hideout. Ooh, what are these guys? It's 3 looters. Maybe we'll go ahead and grab them too, actually. Oh, hi. Yeah, there's only 3 of you. Really not worried about it. But I'm still going to try to take one of them down, though. Does my polearm even have a... it does not even have a sharp point on it or nothing. Okay. It's a basic polearm. Which is fine. Alright, the enemies are just... okay, I see them now, finally. They are way out here. I've gotten so lucky so far to not get hit too... ow. Hit too much. I think they're hitting my horse more than anything. But that was a good hit, even though I had to realign myself again quickly. Oof, right up against your head, buddy. I technically should have missed him on that one, I think, but that's okay. I'll take it. There we go. I didn't drop dude, but I definitely got a good hit on him. Okay, one of theirs is down. Both down. Excellent. So we're gaining some good experience here before we go into the first quest. Alright, I forgot. I'm at max capacity. Okay. So we're just gaining the money at this point. Alright, so let's do it. Let's just go to the bandits' lair. Gonna level up who I can real quick though. 6 of them, nice. Excellent. That way they're at least militia guys, and that's gonna help us. For sure. At least in these little first quests. Okay, we're just gonna straight up, let's do this. We're gonna attack them. Alright, I only have a polearm and a crossbow, so I guess I'm gonna try to use crossbow first. I see that guy up there too. Don't even know if that hit him or not. Oh, he's done. Okay, where are we going next, boys? His body. Just rolling. Alright, I guess I could try the polearm, but it's really not very effective unless you have some momentum going on a horse. Okay, we'll try. At least try to help my man. I mean, they're just throwing rocks anyways. Goodness, I can't stop yawning. Alright, we got a good hit in there. Oh, hey, could you not, though? Could you not? Men, help. Thank you. Oh, jeez, that's one right there. You know, I might try to switch back over to the crossbow here. How can I don't think I have arrows. Oh, jeez, golly whiz. And I'm getting hurt. Enemies are just coming right for me. Alright. Regardless, we succeeded at that, and I think his brother's somewhere over this way. There he is. Jesus, he's just hiding behind a tree, I guess, apparently. He's going to thank us for it, and we're going to return him as promised to the Merchant of Brabant, back to Brabant. Now, wait, body is okay, 24. These seem to have a better pricing, so the smart thing would be to switch all of your low. Like, I can sell this for 12, 7, 11, and we're gonna grab some of the. Look at that, guys. I can sell that for a lot more, so we're gonna just switch out some of the gear real quick, okay? Not much else I can do with that. And the lower it goes, on the list, the less valuable it is. Alright, so they're done, and we're just going to work our way back to Proven. Loop. With a successful, we've accomplished our quest. Alright, so his part will be done, and then the official start of the game, of your own adventure is going to start, guys, after you deal with this first part of the game. And I've done Swadia so much I don't even remember what the other ones are. It's probably the Merchant of whatever, wherever else you choose, whatever faction you choose to play in. So we're just going to head back to him. I suppose I could, I was about to say I could speed it up a little bit, but we're already there, so it doesn't matter. Alright, we're going to go back to the tavern. Excellent, I forget it, like, lags out at first. Who are you? You're a ransom broker. Hello. Yes. I have some looters I'd like to ransom off. Alright, so the price is 32 apiece, guys. So that was a couple hundred right there we just gained. We're not doing too bad. Yep, you got services you're providing. Gotcha. You're a hired blade, aren't you? Ooh, really good. They're really good, but really expensive at the same time. Just keep that in mind. Alright. We returned his brother. Now he's got another quest for us, and it's basically to just go kill some men real quick inside the city. And so we're going to do that. I'm just going to bypass all this dialogue. Alright, elite men, let's do this. Alright, once again, I don't have arrows or crossbolts. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of stay close to them. I mean, I have a couple. I think it like reloads them. I don't know what he's doing. He's just backing off. I'm going to follow his men, though, and try to help them without jeopardizing getting hurt too much myself. Oh my god, do I thought I had a sword at the moment. Can I pick your sword up? You have a knife, huh? Probably can't wield that, can I? Yet. So I won't bother. There's just a few men in here we need to take out for this quest, so... If I ain't even determined, I was about to say. Oh, I can swing this, though. That's kind of convenient. It's more like a giant stick, this particular polearm is. No, I wasn't really much of a polearm guy when I played the game. So. Okay, could you stop and, like, not? Also, you guys can kill him, thanks. Okay, that's not it. Oh, that was it. Alright, so he's satisfied. Alright, job well done. Basically, he's got some business conduct, and he's going to be leaving the city soon, is what he's telling us. So, fairly well. Yada yada, likewise, and boom. We're just going to go ahead and skip his dialogue, and we have nothing else to talk about. So we're going to, let's see here. I want to go to the marketplace now, because I want to sell some of the gear that we don't need. Like that thing. I can sell this wool now, finally, and that. Alright, who has what? He only has 430, doesn't he? Doesn't he? I think so. So, what you don't want to lose out on your money, guys, so you need to keep track of that as well. Alright, we're going to receive 300. Let's get as close as we can to what he's got for a cap payout, because otherwise you're just going to get shorted, so be careful of that. Alright, I'm going to get rid of the chipped falchions. We're at 347. Get rid of that. That's 369. What's this at? Get rid of that. I want to move the falchion up just because I don't have a sword right now.